Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on Thursday the 26th of January. Here we have our two tables in front of us. We have our trend traders table and our day traders table. These are highlighting the same studies but just showing different time frames. So you can see here some of the currencies are highlighted in green. That means there's a confluence between the two trading time frames, and that's where we'll be focusing some of our attention in these videos. Now the tables auto update every 15 minutes 24/7, meaning that our members can see how the markets stand right now in real time once they log in. So what are the tables showing us today? Well, it's showing us that the Australian dollar remains top on both tables at S1. That is followed by the New Zealand dollar at S2 on both tables. On the weak side of things, you can see that it's the US dollar tops the trend traders but appears as second on the day traders. CAD is then W2 on the trend traders, but W3 on the day traders. And we're actually going to revisit an old favorite here, which is Kiwi CAD, because if you've been a pro member for some time, we've talked about Kiwi CAD multiple occasions over the past few months, and we've been talking about getting long. And the last time we talked about it was on the 17th, where we titled it "Should You Wait Before Buying?" but we were talking about a breakout opportunity to look for. Now if you do go to our services tab and you go to our pro daily video charts and analysis, there are some free ones you can look at, which are older posts that we send to our members, so you can get a taste of what our members are looking at. And if you actually scroll down, you can see that we talk about Kiwi CAD again. If I just scroll all the way down, you can see that Kiwi CAD, time to wait. Are we at resistance or are we looking for a continuation? That was about, we were looking for continuation moves because of what the currency strength indicator table was telling us. You can see here on the 22nd we talked about 200 MA support held. So if I jump into Kiwi CAD, I've actually marked up those times that we talked about getting long this market, and you can see that this was the 200 moving average that had been held here. We were looking for targets up higher. You can see we have resistance points on the way where you could have took profits, but if you held it for a long period of time, you could have at least had 500 pips out of this move. We then talked about breakout opportunities above this resistance. Again, that would have made at least over 300 pips. Most recently, we talked about this range on the H4 chart, where we said if we get a breakout opportunity, we can look for longs, and that went around 120 pips. So this has been a favourite market of ours. It appeared on the tables even before this point. It appeared actually when we broke out of these highs as well. So before we even started to talk about it really in depth, there was a really nice trend move going on here that we talked about multiple occasions. And obviously it's reappeared now back on the tables. So I wanted to revisit it, see what price was doing. And I can see that price is holding a previous area of support around about the 86.25 handle. Now if I go up to the weekly, is Kiwi CAD still valid for those long opportunities? And I think it is, because we can see on this chart in particular that price has put in a new low, which was down at the 0 spot 84.50. We're pushing to the upside here, so that tells me that we're in sort of a bullish phase, because we've came from the lows down at the 0 spot 77 where we began to look for our long opportunities. We've traded through multiple highs. We've reached another high at 0 spot 88. We've traded through key resistance here of the trend line as well. So really for me, I'm looking to see if price will at least come and retest previous highs, because the market can do that. So if we are going to see that push up, what would we expect? Well, I'd expect another breakout opportunity to form at least, because you can see at the moment price is just starting to sort of stall here. We've had an aggressive sort of sell-off come into the market. We've then tried to get back up. Buyers have then failed again back at these highs, which tells me that I don't really want to be long until I get one or two things happening here, and I think one of those things would be a breakout of these sort of highs here. If we could trade through these highs, wait for the pullback, then I'd be more interested in being a long or a buyer of this market again. Alternatively, if we come back down towards this 0 spot 86.25, obviously this has been support most recently, so are those buyers going to remain here? And if they do, and we see some bullish price action, this may be a nice low risk trade, because we can put our stops below this low here, and we've got a nice reward to risk ratio then to see if it can reach the 0 spot 88 handle once again. So Kiwi CAD, an old favourite here, remaining on our currency strength indicator tables. One chart I am going to move over to as well is Aussie US dollar. We have featured Aussie US dollar most recently as well in one of our videos, and we were looking to see if price could trade up to the 0 spot 7125. Now if I go back to the tables, you can see that it tops the trend traders. Aussie tops the day traders, but dollar is at W2. But most importantly is that we're at this key area of resistance now. So this is the daily chart, and you can see that we've come up into the 0 spot 7125, where we had quite an aggressive sell-off in the past. So I'm expecting not necessarily a similar move to happen here where we get a big drop to the downside, but maybe we get a bit of a relief to this rally here, and maybe we see price pull back towards this previous area of structure around the 0 spot 7 handle, which is a very popular level of support and resistance on Aussie US dollar. It's been tested multiple times, so I want to see if price can maybe trade back down to there. But obviously the trend traders table and the day traders suggesting that you're long this market. I don't think it's the right time to be long on this market now. I think you need to sit on your hands and wait for that pullback. You know, if you are looking for counter trend moves, then maybe this is something that you look at from a counter trend perspective. You know, if you look at maybe a trend line break here, for instance, if price can trade through this area, I'd expect price to trade to the downside. I think the last time we talked about Aussie was a breakout in this zone, breakout of this high for a move up to this level of interest. So those targets have been met now, so looking to see how price reacts. And I think at the moment, because we are at highs, we're more likely to see a bit of profit taken here, especially if people have been long down at the recent area of structure of 0 spot 68.75. So not necessarily a good time to be long Aussie US dollar. Unless we trade through the level, then you've got the next level of interest, which is up here at the 0 spot 73 handle, near that. So that's the only way I'd be looking to get long now. I'll be looking for a pullback more here. So hope you enjoyed the video, and remember, if you're not a member, you can go over to our website, go to the Pro Daily Video Charts Analysis, and you can see some older blogs there. Alternatively, you can see them on our YouTube channel, so head over there as well. Thanks for watching the video, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.